Good morning, Monday morning. I did a few things yesterday on Mother's Day. I hope everybody had a lovely Mother's Day, by the way. We did what we could, spoke over the phone, FaceTimed her mum and things like that. As well, as you all know, her mum is under the high risk category, so it was nice to see her with a smile on her face and looking a bit better as well. Feeling that this morning. I'll show you what I did at home yesterday, because I didn't really put it on the end of the video last week because it was a long video. But I'll show you what me and the kids got up to in any case. So first things first, this morning, it's Monday morning. Not due back away till Wednesday. I thought I'd ring them up anyways and explain what's going on with Leslie as well, but we'll see what comes. I got a phone call this morning from Grandad Dave. They've been back in the garden. Absolute scumbags been back in the garden. They've cut locks off 7 gardens down here, and also 9 gardens down at the other end of the railway track as well. Don't know what they've been looking for, because nothing's been taken here. There's stuff that they could be taken and sold, things, just little niggly-naggly bits. I don't know if they're looking for money or what, but they've been in my shed. They've opened the cabin doors. There's nothing in there. So they were left disappointed, but it's just the other guys I feel sorry for, the fact that they've had their locks cut off. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. But I just wanted to come down and check on everything and see what's what. Everything's fine from what I can see. If it does come to things, it starts happening more frequently, I'm going to come up with some other measures. But less of that the better. Right, while I'm down here, I'm going to give things a look over our water, and then I'm going to head back up home to help with the school home tutoring. Right, before I head home, I thought I'd chin myself up a little bit and do a little bit of cutting takings. Because there's no better than free plants. There's some there, some yellow minimums and some bronze/red minimums. That's them taken. I've also taken some of the pink ones as well. So there's some nice, good, strong plants in there. These are the ones from the 24th of the 2nd. They're ready to be potted up, which I might just quickly do now, to be honest. I might as well get it done, and it's done, isn't it? Liverpool Festival. They're the 2 that I managed to save. So at least I've got a couple of cuttings to play with in any case. I'm going to, obviously the minimums are the ones taken from the back up here. That I've done really well. I only took 3 of each. They've done alright. So yeah, I'm going to get them potted up now, then I'm going to head home. So back garden at home, I'll show you what me and the kids got sorted out yesterday. Where the onion graveyard is. Put the hangers back up on the side with some compost bags so that the water doesn't leak onto the walls themselves. So I'm just going to get them filled up with compost and get some plants put in them, and that should be lovely. Wall of flowers. Get off the trampoline so the kids have got somewhere to play when they're bored. There's the PE exercise. Move these tulips to somewhere where we can actually see them. Nice tulips, actually. We've also got these 2 beds sorted and dug, and we've got 4 rows of potatoes growing in there as well. Still lots to be getting on in the back garden. Might do a little bit today, but in the meantime, I'm going to help with the kids with their schoolwork. Right, that's washing on the line. That's sorted out. Right, the sunflowers that I sowed on the 20th of the 3rd, which was last week. It's actually only 3 days. It's been 3 days since I sowed these in the germination tank. Well, let's have a look and see if there's any roots on the sunflower seeds. Been sitting on the windowsill at home. Obviously, to remember correctly, I got a tall sunflower on one side and the big-headed sunflower on the other. Now, the reason why I did this with these ones is because I wanted to see if the seeds were viable, and obviously to make sure that I wasn't just putting seed in that wasn't going to take. So let's have a look here. Well, would you look at that? 3 days, sunshine, and we've got 2 of them. 2 of the 3 have come up. Let's have a look at the 2, because we only had 2 of these ones. Way, look at that. 100% germination there. Very careful pulling that out. And there we go. Got 2 on this side as well. Happy days. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pot these 2 up, and I'm going to pot these 2 up and leave this one back in the windowsill to see if it produces. In fact, no, I'm not. It feels hollow. In fact, it's hollow. That's not going to come to anything. So bye-bye seed. So we're getting 4. Champion. I'll get these potted up now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Champion. Get them covered over. Take them inside. Put them. In fact, we put them in the shed. Put them with the lights. and then any spaces I've got, because I know I've got a couple of spaces. So that's them all sowed. Make sure I mark them up, because if I don't mark them up, they're all going to look the same. I've got a few more of them down the allotment. See what happens with them in the next couple of days. Back down the plot, back down the plot, back down the plot. I've just come to sort the fire out with Grandad Dave, and he is mentioned there has been a bit of damage done on the garden, and found out how they're getting into my garden basically. Grandad Dave's plot there. What they've done is they've come to Grandad, they've cut his door lock off. They've come to the bin over there. They've hopped over the fence because it's bowed down, and when they've come to mine, they've used these sleepers next door as a step, and they've cut the barbed wire. So as you can see there, we've hopped straight in. I've had a look for footprints, not really much there. Not going to be able to do that anyways, but I need to, that's what it was like before, obviously with the barbed wire on. It's all been snipped. So another task to get on with tomorrow. Hopefully I get a bundle of lats tomorrow as well, so I can get a start with this framework for this big polytunnel. But we'll see what comes of it and see what happens with the kids and everything as well. Hands, I'm basically juggling this week, juggling loads of things. Obviously it's saying things to come. We don't know what's happening by the end of the week. We should be able to find out later on today, but obviously this will already been put out by then. So if it's lockdown, it's lockdown. If it's not, then I'll be back down to the garden. Good morning. Well, what an afternoon yesterday, eh? Well, everybody's been basically put on practical lockdown. Key essential workers can go to work, that's it. Now, in regards to our channel, of course, allotments deemed as a form of exercise. Michael Gove's been on the news this morning, he's been on the TV this morning, and stated that allotments can visit the allotments. Of course, it's a form of an exercise. It's what they're for, basically. But of course, social distancing is very important. So keep 2 meters away. Me and Grandad, you won't see me and Grandad within 2 meters at least on the plot. As you can only come 2 people at a time unless you're within the same household. So if you've got kids and things, you can take them down to the allotment, but you need to keep them away from other people as well. Keep hands clean, washed and things like that as well. And touch any communal taps, anything like that. Make sure you hand sanitize or even wear gloves as well. We need to keep each other safe in these difficult times at the moment. Moving on for today's task. I'm scheduled back to work tomorrow. Whether or not I'll be going or not is a different matter, as it's been coming up to 7 days. Government guidelines state that it's 14 days if it's somebody else in the household. I need to ring them today and see what's going on. So that'll determine whether or not what I'll be doing over the next week as well. I finished work. I finished on the plot yesterday, last night after seeing Grandad Dave, and I caught a total stranger I haven't seen for ages. So I've seen and caught up with Rob. Now, as you probably noticed, I've mentioned a few times, Rob has a piece of equipment for me, which has got something to do with this here. Now, sod's law, I made a damper last week. Well, I caught him, and I got the proper one. So this is the damper which I've been going on about for a while now. Basically, this sits close to the bottom of the fire. The flue sits on top of it, and what I do is in the inside, you can see, I can keep it open. I need to twist it, sorry. I can shut it all the way down. So I can open it as far as I can, as far as I like, by twisting that nozzle there. And I think anyways, I don't know, I've never used it. Yeah, so I've just opened it all the way. So I can open it all the way, keep it there, or I can shut it right down. It's got small holes in it as well, to keep the, in fact it's got no holes in it whatsoever, but it's got a locking mechanism in place for it as well. That is basically what I've been after for a little while. So it's an upgraded measure upon the one that I made last week. The one that I made last week will be getting used for the time being. This will be getting taken away back home with me, so I know where it is, and that'll be getting put in the summer. Right, so the plan for today is I'm going to get the inside of this polytunnel cleared out so I can make a plan, potentially even start building the beds. I don't know yet, but I need to get it cleared out so that I can get a rough idea of the space and things that I've got. So the dumping ground needs to be sorted out. I need to get this sorted out now as well. I'll get that other pole in the ground. In the meantime, just spotted Grandad Dave. He's in his greenhouse and he can stop over there. just sorted all of them out from the compost bin. A load of crocus there for Leslie for our garden, or even the front garden. I'll put them one side. These slabs here, I'm going to do one across the back, then that's the outer frame sorted out for the beds, and I'll do one on the inside, and I've got the paths I'll do on the inside as well, so I tend to get these bits done now as well. There we go, good start. It's not neat, it's not the perfect, but it'll do a job. That'll be the outside wall, the outside retaining wall, all the way across there. And these two here are for that bed. These two full ones here are for that bed. Then I'll make the inside bed up of the wooden pallets there. So that's what I'll do with them. But I'm just getting some stakes here at the minute, just to stake them into the ground to get the feel of the layout. The poles will be going on the inside so that I can fix the stuff to the outside. It's going to make things a lot easier. Let's see, I want to get as much as I can done the day. So just working out a plan for the beds. As you can sort of see in the background here, I've gotten some of the railway spikes, and I've marked around 2 foot for the beds. I'll show you what it's going to look like. So, getting a bit of string outline here. I'll measure the beds. So they're 2 foot apart, 24 inches apart. So we'll start from this side here. So as you can see where the train is, we'll have one bed here going up the back. This will be a walkway here so we can get in. We'll have a bed going across the back of there, bed going down the middle, 2 foot, then a bed going just along the back there, and last but not least, 2 foot bed coming down the bottom of there. So that'll be the plan, as you can see. So 1 bed, 2 bed, 3 bed. Plus, because of the size of the walkway in the middle, I'll be able to put things like onions and stuff, or pots in the middle here, for to grow stuff in pots at the top. And even here, I still have enough room to get to the sides as well. So that's my exercise done for today. These things aren't bloody light. So I'll get these two put in the next time I'm down. Yeah, that's a good start of that. I'm pleased I made a start with that. Something else I want to show you before I do leave. Now these boxes are going to be my carrot boxes. I did have the idea of filling up with sand and putting stump carrots in here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I've done over there. I'm going to put these boxes at the back of there, where they're out of the way, so that let's say I've got I get the walkway across there and then get across here, and I'm going to put the carrots at the back of there. That's what I'm going to do with them. Be the other job which I need to get done as well, but I need to give work a ring now and see what's going on, so I'll update you what I'm going to get sorted out as well. Last thing I will show you when I'm down here, which I just remember when I was tidying up, not really tidied up much, just more like moving things away from where they were. These are where the pallet collars are going to go for the giant cabbages. So there's the start of the giant cabbage. I've got the beds lined, all ready to go. Well, I've just came home to do a bit of potting on. Just had my tea. I was going to get these beetroots potted on, the giant beetroots, but I've just come into the greenhouse here, and Mammy bird's sitting on a nest. Now I've come into the greenhouse here very slowly, because I don't want to disturb her. I'll have to move things out of here, unless she's alright with me, which I don't know why she wouldn't be, if she's the same one as last year. Was alright with me last year as well. Going to see if we can coincide, basically work hand in hand here, see if I can get these potted up and hopefully not disturb as much as possible. Well, I don't have any more pots for them, so I've got 6 to take down to the garden. They're not quite ready yet, actually, these 6, sorry. As opposed to these ones which were ready to be potted up. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12 here so far. They need a drink. I'm going to take them down. And also, Mammy Bird. Sorry, I should take the flash off there. I don't want to blind her. Sitting there. Lovely. Never flackered. Thank you very much. She is currently setting eggs. I cannot tell, because I haven't seen the eggs, but it's the first time I've seen her all year. Since she's built both of these nests. So I'm going to take these and put them in the shed now and give them a good drink. So from me and Mummy Bird, yes, my Grandad Dave's got his butterfly, I've got my blackbird. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I'm down on the plot. It's actually not morning, it's after lunchtime. I've had to go and get the kids' dinners from school and stuff like that. So by the time I'm getting down, it's now in the afternoon. What an absolute glorious day it is today. It's such a shame that you can't get out and do much things outside. Luckily enough for me, I can get out in the garden. I've also done some bits and pieces at home in the back garden as well. So just make use of what you can when you can. Don't just sit inside the house. What I'm doing today is I'm going to sort out them raised beds. So I'm going to get the wood, get things sorted, build the raised beds. Best I can, and then that'll be another task done today. I'll just quickly show you what I've already done so far. Just while I'm down here, it's been a 5-minute job. I actually forgot I did this, but this was one of the geraniums that I like the look of for the petals, the flowers. Actually nipped a bit off and I planted it into the compost there. Well, look, we have it. It's rooted. So I've just taken it, put it in a little plastic cup there with some compost, and that'll be good there. So what I've also done as well is I've taken some more cuttings from that, and I've getting two cuttings on there at the minute, so we'll see how they go. I've got a few bits and pieces to do, including potting up some tomatoes and also some cabbages, but in the meantime, let's get cracking on with this polytunnel. Well, there's a start. I've got 2 beds sorted out. The rest of it's going to be made with wood, so I best get planning with that now. Seen there, all I've done is made a load of posts. I've gotten a spade off my granite designed for posts, so I'm going to start digging the holes, putting the posts in, a foot down, and then screwing the boards to the posts themselves. And there you go, beds done. So we've got one trench at the back, trench at the middle, trench at the back, trench down here as well. Now, a couple of things. One, I know the posts that I put in, I haven't put no cement or nothing at the bottom. I've just driven them in a foot down. Here you say, they're going to rot away, Dean. Well, these are treated. They're treated bits of timber. They're all fence panels which have been treated. So they should be fine. I have wrapped them as well, best I can. On the inside, I'm going to put some more plastic so it reaches all the way at the top, so that when the water's getting onto the wood, it's not going to rot it away. Once again, these are all fence panels, so they should be fine. It's just the same on that side. The middle ones are absolutely fine, except from that bit there. I'll sort that bit out as well. But all I've used is a black and white plastic, stapled on. Job's a good one. Right, that's me all done for today. Finished off putting the plastic on the covers on the inside, across the top and back, like I said before there. I've also just put these 3 chairs in as well, so when I sit down, I've got somewhere to sit. I would put some down this way, but that's going to involve having to put a new stake in, so I got something to stake it to. In fact, I might come up with a different idea, but I'll sort that out possibly tomorrow. Not a bad day's work, and as you can see by the sweat on my face, it's my second day exercise sorted out. That's a job I want to get done today. I'm getting it done. It's taking us a couple of hours, but it's done. I'll just do the niggly bits tomorrow. I'll get a small bench space put in down here and down here. You don't know how hard that is actually doing the opposite. But yeah, good job done for the day. Time to go home, get some food, just relax for the rest of the evening with the kids with a movie on. Hello, it's Thursday now. I've been down to the plot for a good few hours now, just in the afternoon, just a couple of hours. I'll show you what I've done because I didn't get a chance to record anything. My phone wasn't playing ball, but it'd be nice to show you exactly what happened in the after, basically. So you'll see the before, obviously earlier in the video, you'll see the after. Let's show you a quick look around at the greenhouse, the top greenhouse, before I show you what I've done outside. I made on the 18th. Everything's starting to push through now. You can see the tall sunflowers, the Titan are coming through there nicely. The sunflowers that I put in, the 4 from the packet, the big head, that's coming through. There is some movement on the other sunflower from the 15-inch head as well. It's pushing the compost up. There'll be loads in there. Nothing yet on the cucumbers, more, nothing on the Shirleys, but there's plenty of time for them. Petunias, which I sowed from seed. Lift this up, as you can see there, we've got germination coming through, and they are petunias. They're not weeds. As the packet said, cover over with some glass. So I found a bit of perspex, and all I've done is just lay that on there, and as you can see, I'm starting to get a few bits of germination going on, which is going to be handy. Yeah, these are my Yorkshire Giants that I brought from home, because they've been under the lights. As you can see, they're looking nice and clean on the inside as well. Lovely looking plants. I know that the buttons are a bit too high, but I just want them for heavies, so I'm just leaving them as they are. At the back, I've given everything a good drink, and I'll show you what I've been using for the drink as well. Everything needs potting up, basically, but I've got a bit of a problem at the moment because I can't get any compost. I need to speak with a few people to see if I can sort something out, but I need some compost to put onto the final pots, which is a shame. I mean, these 2 are into the final pots here. These Cumbrians are in the final pots. These 3, sorry. It's just these ones that are not, and you can see the size difference. They're exactly the same, from the same head as well. They just need to be potted on. Onions are doing fine as well. They need to be potted up. Obviously, this side, all the leeks, these all need potting up as well. I've got some more Yorkshire Giants here. Everything here needs potting up, and that's the problem. Thrips, I've been spraying, and the spraying has been working. As you can see there, the new growth's coming through nice and clean. So all of this nice and clean there. All of this nasty looking stuff on the outside, like so that there, that'll all not be there by the time I get them planted out. Them leaves there will be gone. With everything, I have been giving everything a week feed, but I've started up the feeds now with us being in the pots a little bit longer. What I'm using here is some Mills A and B and A, but now I didn't use much of this last year from the pack that I got. I want to do a bit more research on how to use it, and I have done. So what I've done is I've mixed the right batch and for it to go in that tank, and I've put it in there now as well. I've also used some moonshine as well. So you can use this for foliar feed as well as in the water as well. So as you can see there, 1 ml per litre of tank mixture. Now I've had a look at this as well. It's a great product. You can use it as a foliar spray as well, which I have been doing. So a little sprayer, and I'm spraying a mist on the evening because you don't want to be spraying throughout the day as well. So these are a few of the things that I'm using at the minute. A quick peek at how things are progressing outside. It smells lovely outside with all the flowers and hyacinths and everything that's come up. Then I'll show you what I've been doing at the polytunnel. See now, got some lovely flowers there as well. Some nice daffodils, narcissus coming up. 2 tulips are up now as well, which is nice to see. So there's the first 2. These are always the first 2 to come up. And I'm going to have a lovely display going down there as well. Like I say, all these are from one seed, one bulb that I put in 3 years ago, and they've just formed, and I've just left them in the ground over winter. And as you can see, what it's going to come up like, it's going to be beautiful. I've got tulips around the trees, I've got some hyacinth down there in the middle. I do need to have a bit of a tidy up in here, but other than that, everything's coming through lovely. And then daffodils look lovely as well. So what I've done is, like I said earlier on, I've moved the boxes from the front to the back, and I've staked them as well because they're not going to be going anywhere. I'm going to put my carrots, a few carrots in here, and when I'm finished with that, I'll move that glass over here and put it on the top of here to help with the germination for the carrots. Here's what I've done today. Now, going back from what I said yesterday, I'd put the seat across the back there, across the back there, and across the front here. Well, I came this morning and I've figured a way to get the seating in around this edge as well. It's very important to have seating around here because the older I get, it's easy to have a little bit of a seating section when I'm potting up and everything like that as well, planting up. How I've done it is, another bench there, I've gotten some beams and I've just screwed them to the backboard, and then on the top section I've just screwed them in. And the corner pieces, I'm just getting a bit of wood. That's not going anywhere. Nice and solid. Probably one of the biggest jobs I've gotten done today, which I wasn't expecting to get done, is this. Hoops are in. So the hoops are in, pipes are in down the sides. I've dug down about 2 foot to all where the work's been done. I've gotten them all in and they're all level. I've gotten that bar off Stevie from next door, putting that in, and it's all level all the way down. I'll use the spirit level, of course. So I know that they're all in. So all I need to do is get the frame worked out, get the frame in, sort out the front section here, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do about filling these beds. Now, that's going to take a lot of compost. Compost is money. At the minute, you can't get compost with the current situation, what's going on. So I'm thinking to myself, where can I get some soil, compost, at this minute in time, which I may have already got. Which I can use as spares. Can I use the beds that's already in here? No, I don't want to do that. I want to put the soil in the beds down there into these boxes because it's good compost and the beds are breaking. So I'm thinking to myself, where can I get soil from? There, all these beds, I can level them all off, and all I need to do is get a couple of wheelbarrows, a couple of hours, and I'll get that filled. So that's the plan. I'm going to get the soil from here into there. Then I can get the soil tested and things like that when needs be. Probably not going to get it done this year. I'm probably just going to launch everything in, which is a slap on the wrist for me. But I need to get the stuff done. That's the reason why I'm getting it done now, while I can, while I've got the chance to do it. This is all stuff I wasn't expecting to get done. So that's the next task to get sorted out. So yeah, plans are changing, constantly on the go. Always keep myself busy, especially with the way things are going at the minute. I'm getting a nice little routine at the minute. We've been in the house and not being able to go anywhere else. Kids are sorted in the morning for schoolwork, help along with that. I respect the teachers, honestly. A lot of people are going to be in the same boat. A lot of parents are going to be in the same boat. Stuff that teachers do is absolutely fantastic. And especially with 3 different age groups, it's been lots of fun, shall we say. And Leslie's doing a fantastic job as well. Leslie's doing fine, by the way, as well, because she hasn't been feeling too clever, hence the reason why I'm not at work. But that'll change next week when I'm back. But everything's ticking over nicely, everything's sorted out. I'm sorting the fire out, I'm heading home, and then I've got my plans to do over the next few days. Well, happy Friday. It's Friday the 27th of March, which means one thing. It's little Sky's birthday today. It's not so much little anymore. She's 12 today. We've just had that birthday up there and I kind of burnt my finger. But I'm all right. I'll live. Yeah, we've had a little bit of a celebration going on in the house. Obviously, there's not much we're going to be able to do until this lockdown, everything gets sorted out. But she'll get her treat and everything when we're sorted, when we're go back out. In the meantime, life goes on as normal. Kids are just busy having a play inside. Now I'm in the back garden here. I'm potting on this morning. I'll show you what I'm potting on. Potting on the chilies and the peppers. So I've got some Romano peppers there. So it's Romano there and Romano there, and I've got some Caribbean blend chilies here, and also some Joe's Long, which are my favourite. Mummy bird's sitting there lovely, minding her own business, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I've got the compost mix sorted from what I've got left. I am going to have to get some more compost. I've just messaged the allotment hut, and the allotment hut's shut for the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to have to try and get myself some, because I need some, so I can pot the bigger stuff into 5 litre, or alternatively I have to just plant out everything from a 3 litre pot. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see what I can do. It just depends on what I can get my hands on and things like that. So I might be planting out a bit early in pots. But everything should kick back in again, everything more likely catch up. Well, there you go, another task quickly sorted out. So I've got Joe's Long chili. I've got more of them sowed down at the allotment. And I've also got some Caribbean hot blend. I've never grown them before, but I've got 7 to play with. And also some Romano peppers as well. Whilst I'm at home, I'm going to go in the shed. I'm going to have a look and see what's happening in the shed, because a lot of things I've probably forgotten about, and I'll see how things are progressing on as well. I've been in the shed and I've picked out these 3 onions. These are from my quality onion, the E-head. I wasn't given too much hope for them, to be honest, but they'll get potted up, 3 litre pots. That's them done till they get put into the yellow buckets. That one is no good, unfortunately, because at the bottom there it's starting to rot away. So that's sorted out. I'll get chucked with the rest of them, which is a shame because they had some good roots on them, but so have they. So that's them potted up into 3 litre pots. On to the next task. Right, down the plot, it's now time to get the carrots and peas sorted out and so on. So the first lot of carrots I'm going to be putting in are, turn the part around, Amsterdam Forsen, and I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I'll be putting these in. So old water tanks. I've had this one filled up with Humax compost from last year. I did bore out the holes last year and did rather well. This year I'm not boring out the holes. I'm just going to use the current compost that's in there and just place a couple of seeds in the top. As you can see, I've already marked it there. So there's 5 lots of 5, so there's 25 carrots I'll get in there. I could do rows and I could do pricking out and things like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to go over there and I'm going to make a start on that bed there as well. So I've had a change of plan. I'm not going to plant out them ones. I'm just going to plant out these ones in these tubs. As you can see, I've just sprinkled a few seeds in per hole. There you go. So they're all full up with seeds. And what I'm going to do is just going to cover them over like that. And I say these aren't for shows, these are just for eating. There we go. Not going to firm down too much. And that's one bed carrot box started. And that's it, sorted out. I'll just put that glass over the top just to keep this heat out of it. Right, next task, find out where I'm going to put these peas. So as many as remember, last year I had my sweet peas all the way down here with the stakes up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to swap that over. I'm going to put normal peas in. Now, I don't put the normal peas on the other side last year, and it didn't come to much. I don't know whether that was because the mice were getting eaten or something like that, but I'm going to swap them around this year. I'm going to put the peas down this side, so I've still got a bit of veg patch here to grow stuff down, and I'm going to put the sweet peas on that side. So let's get these planted now. I don't plant them in gutters and put them in greenhouses and faff on with that. You can do it, it's an option available. I like things nice and easy. I'll dig a ditch and I'll sow them straight in the ground and give them a good drink. Right, so when you're planting peas, or you need to soak peas basically before the hard one, basically they're dried out and you get them as seeds. And to germinate, help them germinate, they need to be wet. So what I'm going to do now very quick, because it has been dry, I'm going to water down here, down the trench. Gives them a bit of a fighting chance. Right, there we go. First green shaft peas put in. Hopefully has some good germination and climb up the side there. So carrots in, peas in. Jobs are good. Good Saturday morning. I've been down and getting a delivery of compost. What a nightmare it's been getting compost. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use the Clover professional potting and bedding. Because it's just what I can get a hold of at the minute. So I'm going back to trusty Humax for the potting out of the onions into the big yellow buckets, and then that's it for the onions, and also with the leeks as well. So slight change of plans, but it shouldn't hamper on the growing itself. I'm at home at the moment, as you can see. Mammy Bird's not here, so let me show you what you're sitting on basically at the moment. Then me and Kyle's going to plant some more peas at home. Oh, there's the nest. We're currently sitting 3 eggs now. Oh, there was only 2 there the other day. Fantastic, we've got triplets. Hey. We're going to have to excuse the garden because it is a bit of a mess. I've been tidying up as we've been going. Kyle's in the background there. We're going to... Yeah, no, I can still see you. We're going to get some peas planted, and where we're going to plant them is we're going to plant them down the back here once we move this stuff out of the way. Sorry about the wind, but this is where Kyle's going to put his peas, aren't you, son? Don't put them over there. Put it back, just turn the soil over, that's all we're doing. Don't dig a hole, we're going to dig a trench next. That's it, good job, Kyle. Found a worm, where? Oh, that's a big worm, pick it up then. Go on. So, are you putting your finger then? Oh, put up your hand. Put your hand. Good lad. Oh, you're slipping through your fingers. Watch, you dig a hole and put it back. Dig a hole and put it back, Mr. Worm. There you are, lift it open then. There we go, right, put it back in there. Oh look, you found another one. Oh, go put that one back in as well. Right, there you are. Go on then, you cover it up then. Good job, Kyle, saving the worms. We're going to put peas in, but we need to dig a trench now, and we're going to dig the trench along the back. So, right, Kyle, we need to get these peas covered now that we've filled the trench full. So you don't want to be digging from there. That's not loose soil. Watch, easy enough to do, watch. Just get your foot and just cover over the top like that. All the way up. You do that end, go on. That's it, do that end. Good job. You can use your hands, use your feet, use your spade, whatever you like. That's it. Good job, Kyle. Kyle, high five. Booyah. Done. It's not done yet. Well, how then? Pull your finger out. That's it. Careful though. There we go. That's it. Sorted and done. You missed a bit there, Kyle. That's it. Cover it right over. That's it. Good job. Hey, good job, Kyle. What I've got here is a discarded heavy onion, a giant onion, sorry, exhibition one, which I've just thrown away in the compost heap. This was pushing out the bottom. So I pulled it, and that's what came out. So you can see there, that's where it come from. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to pot this on. Sorry about the focus. I'm going to pot this on and see if anything comes from it. I've just cleaned the other onions down as well. That's the thing, that's onion I've just potted up there. I've cleaned down these two as well. So I should get at least a good seed head off that one, which I'm looking forward to. And also that one I'm not too sure of because the onion was rotten. But it's produced, we'll see what happens, give it a chance. This This Yorkshire Giant leek needs to be potted up, I think, as well. But that is firmly in the bottom. Got some roots coming at the bottom as well. I need to give that a drink. I might get that a clean off again as well. Right, that's them, got tidied up. I've put that into a big bucket there as well, and I've tidied it up, and I've separated off the tops as well. I'm going to give them all a good drink, and that's that sorted. Look who's returned whilst I've been in the greenhouse here. Hello, Mammy Bird. Congratulations on your triplets. Right, well, that's me done for today. The wind is absolutely howling. I'm got a few plans to do over the course of next week, but that's next week, not this week. I've got peas. I'm getting them peas planted with little Kyle in the back garden. These are a couple of his cabbages here, because he's growing a cabbage in the back garden as well. So I've got 2 to play with here for him. So they're fantastic. Let's see how things go with them as well. But for me today, I'll sign off, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday now. It's around just after lunchtime. I'm coming up the plot. I'm not going to be doing a great deal today. I'm going to be tidying up this greenhouse, trying to space a few things out because it is rammed in here. So I'm not going to be recording much, but I'll show you that afterwards. I've got, like I said yesterday, I've gotten a big delivery. I've got a delivery of compost, which I can start putting the onions and things into larger pots. Same with the leeks, which I'll start doing the leeks. I've got the let's show you the sunflowers. So as you can see there, Titan sunflowers are coming up, lovely, and so is the big-headed sunflower as well. Another couple of days and they'll be ready to be potted up, all of them ones, including my 15-inch head sunflower as well, which seems to be poking its head up. A bit of movement on the telegraph cucumbers, but not else is happening on there. At the back here, I've got the mini mums which need to be tidied up. But speaking about tidying up, I've got all this to sort out. I've got this bench space to sort out, and I've got some more tomatoes there which need to be potted up. I'm going to be getting cracked on in here because it needs to be done. Now these are my favourite sweets, rhubarb and custards. I've just ordered a big pack to come. I don't know when they're going to be coming, but I've found the shop, the local veg shop, sells them. So I'm going to be munching on them while I'm tidying up. Well, the tidying up is stopped for the moment. I'm just going to get cracked on doing a bit of potting up. I've already made a start. These Yorkshire Giant leeks are in the 5-litre pots, and they'll stay in there for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Then from these pots, they'll be going into the beds outside. I'm going to get the rest of I've already potted up some of the saved cabbage at the back as well. These 4 will be going to Allotment neighbours. I don't know how they're going to be, but I'm just going to keep them 8, and that's that. I'm just in the process, as you can see here, I've sort of tidied this bench up. I've got a little space where I can put stuff. The back is not so good, but I'm just going to slowly start potting on stuff as I can. So as you've seen before there, I'm potting on the Yorkshire Giants. Let me spin you around and show you what the root system and everything's like on these Yorkshire Giants that I brought from under the lights from home. So that's it outside of the pot. I'm potting from a 3-litre to a 5-litre. The root system's on it, crazy. So much rootage on the bottom of that. Lovely and white, lovely and clean as well. It's nigh on pot bound, perfect for potting on. So next stage, 5-litre, then from 5-litre out into the polytunnel. I say polytunnel, these are all going in air pots. They're going into 30-litre air pots. All the Yorkshire Giants are going in air pots this year. So with every single leek that I put up, I get less and less space in here. Bloody nightmare. I've got them ones all potted into 5-litre pots. I'm in the process of busy potting on the Betty Blacks. Let me show you what the root system and everything's like I did with the last lot there. They're looking a lot cleaner than they did before. They're from these pots, going from these pots into the 3-litre pots. Now these pots are, I couldn't tell you, but they're smaller than the 3-litre. So I'll spin you around again. So that's the Betty Black leek. As you can see, pretty much pot bound. Well, not even that. It should be doing fine. A couple of weeks and that pot will be filled again. Then that by that time as well, I'll have plenty of space because a lot of these leeks and onions will be out. Because the next task I'm going to get on with, making sure that all these onions Not today, of course. Not all of these onions are going out in the big yellow buckets, but I need to wait for the weather to improve a little bit before I do that, so it could be another couple of weeks. But I'll have to get me book my ideas up at the minute. I knew this was going to be a problem, but I thought that the weather would be a little bit better. In hindsight, it's not. So, because I could put the leeks out in the polytunnel this time last year. It was warm enough overnight to keep them do that. 5 degrees at the minute, from what I'm being told, is the minimum temperature to keep the leeks at. The more heat, the more prone to go to seed. Onions should be fine as well. But I'll have to speak to a few people and see what I can do. Well, it's not going to be the most of penultimate of endings for the video this week, but here's what I've managed to get done while I've been down the garden today. I'm getting the tomatoes moved from here, the Shirleys and the Sun Golds, because I went to Grandad Dave's garden there. I've moved the other tomatoes out of here as well, because they were the Sun Golds. I've managed to get the Yorkshire Giants potted on that I've got down here. So I'm pleased with the way these are turning out at the moment. These are 5 litre pots. They will stay in the 5 litre pots until planting out time in around about 6 weeks time. Giant cabbage from my own saved seed. Whether or not it will take, I don't know, but there's 8 there. That's all I'll need. I've got a few more down in the bottom greenhouse, but I'm not expecting great things from them, but we'll see what happens with them. Moving into the back, I've getting the 2 GSNs potted into 5 litre pots. And I've started with the Betty Blacks into 3 litre pots into here. And there's still another 6 Betty Blacks to pot on there. I've getting the Bob Greasley CSX that I got off Gary Williamson. These ones potted into 5 litre pots. I've still got another 4 at the back there to pot up. And unfortunately that's it. Like I say, I need to get the onions out. As soon as the onions are out, I can get everything else potted up, including the Cumbrians, because they need to be potted up, because they're supposed to be going out in about 6 to 8 weeks time. So I need to get them potted up as soon as possible. It's just I need to get these into the yellow buckets, and of course with the yellow buckets they're a lot bigger and I don't have the space for them, so I may end up putting these into the onion tunnel down the bottom, and fleecing them over if need be. But I want to see what the weather forecast is going to be like for the next week, and then see what I can do with that. So not very fully unproductive day to day down the garden for the few hours I can get down here. I have managed to pot on what I need to pot on a little bit. Little and often does a trick. I'll be doing more of this when I can, because I need to get, it's basically space is the killer at the moment. I need to get the space sorted out, because these big pots take up a little bit of room. Hopefully the weather improves so I can get the larger stuff out and I can get these onions sorted like I mentioned before there. So yeah, that's the end of another week. Thank you very much everybody for watching. Everybody please do stay safe. It's a weird time at the moment. At the minute I'm getting down when I can. Next week fully busy, moving soil, moving this, that and other, potting on, making space, getting things prepared for planting out in a couple of weeks time. It's prep now for getting it done later on. Got my compost, got everything sorted. Me and Granad's going to get the trenches filled for the new tunnel next week, and I'm going to make a start on that frame as well, so look forward to that. You can catch me this coming Wednesday night as well, as I will be going live. It will be probably 9 PM once again, as it always is, so I look forward to seeing everybody there. We had 130 people on the last time. Let's see if we can top that. That'll be from the comfort of the shed, which I'll give you an update next week as well, and you'll be able to catch up on what's happening in the grow shed. But from me, thanks very much for watching, thanks everybody for subscribing, and I shall see you all on Wednesday, those that can make it. If not, I'll see you all next week.